There you go. Ah, oh my gosh. Okay. Literally, Tallulah. No, come on down. She's figured out a way to get up on the counter when I'm not looking and get into the yogurt on the counter. Okay, hold on. I have to just ugh, turn that. How is everybody? Okay, you're in BC. I bet it's cold. Look, I look crazy. It's been raining here all day, and I fell asleep with what little hair I have left sopping wet. All right. So, yeah, it's a full moon in Cancer. Exactly. 6:48. So, 15 minutes ago, roughly 15, 13 minutes ago. And 2 more minutes will be 15 minutes ago. It went full. Let's see what degree it's at. I forget what degree it's at. Anyway, it is, yeah, full moon in Cancer, literally 6:48 p. Oh, no. 3:48 p.m. our time. Sorry, it went 3 hours ago. I was reading the East Coast time. So we have a full moon in Cancer, and that's for sure. And it was, I've lost my other thing. Anyway, it was a weird Cancer day, wasn't it? Bakersfield, Hot Springs Village, snowy Pittsburgh. Oh my gosh, right? Somebody, an Aries artist, 15 inches of snow. Yeah, we had rain this morning, and so I went and got sopped in the rain because I refuse to wear jackets or carry them unless I'm in Palm Springs doing that one because it's 6 hours or whatever. But just in, no, I'm not going to do it. But anyway, how is everybody? Oh my gosh. Yeah, totally. Yeah, let me see. Yes, I cried. I know energy. Yeah, I haven't had energy either, and I'm sleepy. And I just ate my dinner, and my stomach's still growling because my stomach is like always hungry. So my stomach is growling. So we have Uranus going direct tomorrow morning. I think it's 7 West Coast time, 10. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, 10:27 a.m., 7:27 a.m. Uranus goes direct. Yes, it does. So it speeds up in Taurus and it goes direct. Yes, it does. So there's probably a lot more weird stuff happening than we even can think about it. And then the next day after, the sun goes into Aquarius. So we are having Aquarius come in. Yes. Oh, you love listening to me. Hey, you should be in my family because they can't stand listening to me anymore. Yeah, let's see. What is the date? The date is the 17th. So, yeah, Uranus goes direct at 10 degrees Taurus and 49 seconds. So that is interesting. And then we have a Mercury retrograde at the same degree. So those two are making people crazy. Blizzard in Ontario. Yeah, they're messing with the weather, aren't they? Yeah, so there you go. On March 16th, a Pisces, Aquarius. There you go. February 15th. There you go. I'm sorry, I'm keeping an eye on the hey, crazy. She's trying to get my cupboards open. She's just trying to bug. She's trying to bug. Full moon in Cancer. She's a Cancer. Hey, Lula. Don't make me throw this at you. She's trying so hard to bug mommy. Yeah, so wait, the story wasn't stories won't tackle you to mask up. That's good. Yeah, well, here in crazy Cuckooville, Nazi Germany / whatever state we're in, crazy pants, Newsom, little Gavin, little bitch Newsom. What's his first name? Oh, it's Gavin, right, last name Newsom. So little bitch Gavin, he wants everybody to wear the N19 masks that make you look like a duck. So I wonder what ducks have to do with anything. That's what they're doing. And so, oh my God. Okay. So like it's not CLA. So funny. I know she wants my attention, but she meows too much. She keeps me up all night. And then when I have to get up early. So just to start my day, Maya, if you're listening, Maya, my little bestie who's in the Navy, she didn't show up for our hike and we're training. So like, she just literally texted me at like 6 o'clock. She's like, I'm Adolf Newsom. She's like, I'm running late. And then she's like, oh my God, I'm not showing up. And I'm like, we are training and you are coming with me and we are doing rim to rim to rim. So no matter what you say, I will drag you and you will do it with me. Anyway, yeah. So that's okay. It rained though. So there's that. Yeah. So anyway, I was getting messages and this is what I wanted to say. I know. Come on, Maya. Like what? I know she was in lockdown in Florida. Terrible. I'm talking the 20, no, it was the end of 29, beginning of 2020. She was doing her whatever at the base in Florida, and she was literally locked down there going bananas. And so we lost our training tempo big time. So I used to pick her up and we go in the middle of the night all over the place, and I cannot possibly look beautiful tonight. It's impossible. I literally, well, I just went out for dinner because I was too lazy to cook. Who am I kidding? I'm never going to cook again unless it's grilled salmon, but it was too rainy to do that. So I got, it's called, well, it's lemon chicken, but they say it in the French way, lemon, chicken lemon, whatever. And it has a bunch of mushrooms. So I like that. But it is in wine sauce. So I wonder if I like it because I'm really trying to drink wine that I don't drink. And the chicken's in wine sauce. Sorry. Weird, but true. My hair is crazy. Seriously. I kind of just washed it and left it, whatever. Okay. So I was getting a bunch of emails today, literally. Yeah. Don Lemon. I know I know the alcohol gets cooked out. I'm actually kidding. But yeah, I'm still wearing the same sweater now it's getting a hole in the shoulder. Literally wearing the same sweater all week. I sleep in it, I wake up, and then I wear it because it feels good. Lemon is citron. Yes. But they call it something lemon. I'm supposed to say it like that, and I'm just like, it's lemon chicken with mushrooms. And then I have a salad, and I only ate a half a piece of garlic bread. I'm not supposed to be eating bread. It's just not good for you. You can stop. Now she's over here. Look, here she is. You see her? See that? She's literally sitting. I turn the camera and she notices. She gets so mad. Oh my God, Tracy. Tracy is, thank you so much, Tracy. Oh my God, so generous. Thank you. Thank you so very much. I'm talking about, she got big all of a sudden. Now she's trying to get outside. So yeah, anyway, not the point. But I was talking to a bunch of clients of mine today who are in entertainment. Some of them really talented musicians, actors, people in the industry, but not hugely famous people, but very well-known people who have had to stop performing because they will not take the, you know what, they won't do it. And so they're actually, literally, it makes them crazy. And they won't do it. They're like, not going to do it. So those people, I feel really bad that we have to decide what it is we're going to do and what we're not going to do. Cat claws make holes in my clothes. Oh my God, tell me about it. My couch over there too. Well, it's really a day bed, but whatever. She makes holes in the studio couch over here. But yeah, I know Tracy's so generous. Thank you so much, Tracy. Oh my God, thank you so much. But let's see, have a cat. Wait, have a cat. You can't have anything nice. Yeah. Well, I don't have anything nice anyway. I wear the same clothes. Even if I had millions of dollars, I'd wear turtlenecks. So this is pretty much what you get. And now I had to get rid of my red shoes because of the Red Shoe Club. I really love red shoes, but you know the Red Shoe Club. So I got rid of my red shoes, but not my Mary Jane 6-inch high-heeled wine color shoes. I'm never getting rid of them. I've had them 20 years. And they're like little girl, schoolgirl horror shoes. Never getting rid of them. Not going to do it. Not going to do it. Won't do it. But my red sneakers, had to get rid of them, and it's terrible. So there you go. That's it. Anyway, go pink shoes. Yeah, I could. I'm doing khaki shoes with fur in them now. So I'm doing little sneakers with khaki, not to go hiking. I can't do that with hiking, but I'm doing little khaki sneakers that match my khaki wallet until these bitches take over the khaki community, and then I'm screwed. Yeah, I know. McDonald's red shoes. Wine and burgundy is fine. I'm keeping those, but I do have red purses, but I can't help that. I like red, whatever. Okay, not the point. So and I literally looked. Okay, so go to Yahoo, y'all. Wedge sandals. Yeah, Skechers wedges. Those are cute too. Super cute. Red Shoe Club. I know. I got rid of my red shoes. That's what I'm saying. I got red. I think they make you get rid of your red shoes. I can't eat pizza. I love pizza, but if I say pizza, then I think people think I'm, pedophile. So I'm like, I'll have a cheese pizza. And I'm like, oh my God. Ashley. Oh, Ashley's on here somewhere. You're talking to Ashley. But like literally, if you say pizza out there, like I'm like, oh my God, you know what's going on. So yeah, it's terrible. It's absolutely terrible. My favorite running shoe, I'm telling you, the shoe that I wear. Last year, David and I did Palm Springs. Well, David always does Palm Springs. Anyway, I met my friend David in the middle of the night through his brother Arturo. In other words, I was climbing up under that tram in the pitch black, and his brother popped out, but I didn't know his brother. Anyway, he said, what are you doing out here by yourself? And I'm like, what are you doing out here by yourself? Assuming I was going to get murdered on the hill. Thank you for that. Thank you, Eric, for the super chat. So I thought no, this is in Palm Springs. It's called Cactus to Clouds. Y'all Google Cactus to Clouds. Anyway, Arturo says to me, you can come with me if you can keep up with me. So at this point, it's pitch black. It's like 3 in the morning. And I'm like, yeah, I'll keep up with your ass because I stupidly, I'm a mile and a half into this hill. So yeah, of course. I'll keep up with you. And then he's like, my brother will pick us up when we get back from the tram. And I'm thinking, well, at least he's talking about the future of getting back to the tram. So I'm good. So anyway, the sun came out, it was about 5:45, 5 hours, 45 minutes. So I just followed him up the trail, talked to him a bit, but was basically by myself and he was by himself. Anyway, get down on the tram and I meet his brother, David. So David starts training me for a long time. Anyway, what I learned, thank you for the super chat. Thank you. It's because I just stuffed my face. This is why I'm glowing. I learned from David, when you don't have your micro spikes, it's good to have shoes because so for 5-6 years, we've been doing Palm Springs. Maya too. Like, where is Maya right now? She slept in, she said. No, she said she had to go to work. Suddenly it's 6:15 in the morning. I'm like, uh-huh, Anyway, but what I wear is Saucony and I wear Speed Cross Pro. I like the Model 4, but they have a 5 and the 5 are bigger. Point is they have ribs on them. So last year when the tram was shut down and nobody was going through the snow at the top because you had to go up and down that mountain, which is like close to 40 miles. So who wants to do that? Nobody. Said nobody ever. Especially going down and you're going down, right? So anyway, I had to cross a ledge that was like 6,000 feet up sideways where Lila and I went to play in the snow. I had to cross the ridge and I had to put my feet. So he would make the footsteps and I have to put my feet in his feet so that I wouldn't go over the ledge. Because if you like fell, that would be a problem. No, my ex-husband is just not anybody in Hollywood. He's my children's father. And technically we're not legally divorced yet. So we are separated, but yeah, no, he's not famous. They put that's my friend Marina's ex-husband. You're talking about David Carradine. That's Marina's ex-husband. My baby daddy is from Canada. So he's just from Canada and I'm just from Canada. Apparently I can find people from Canada. My husband's Lenny Kravitz. He doesn't know it, but anyway, he's my husband. So anyway, the best shoes are not Saucony. What am I saying? Solomon, not Saucony, Solomon. Solomon Speed Pro, and I like the old model, the 4s, not the 5s. The 5s are too big. The 4s were smaller. Anyway, I like those. So I have like 6 pairs that I switch out. So that would be the shoe I would say hiking. I would say that's a good one because I did it through the ice at the top of underneath the tram on a ledge 6,000 feet up without micro spikes on, which is really dumb. And ski poles, okay? I had 1 ski pole, but it took me a long time to cross it and nobody had gone through there. So it was difficult. Anyway, so that's it. Some people, I don't like Hoka. No, the Hokas mess my feet up. I did Mount Wilson. When did I do them? Last year wearing the Hokas and it was super spongy on the way up. I ran so great. On the way down, I thought I was going to stab myself. I was like, oh my God, my feet are in hell. They're too spongy and my feet float around too much. So I need more like a bra shoe to hold my feet in so I don't twist myself. Cancer moon. Well, it's a Cancer moon and we got everything in Capricorn. So it's activating things. This Cancer moon is activating all kinds of things. It's a great option for runners, athletes seeking double comfortable support. Yeah, the shoe. Yeah, well, the Hoka freaked me out. And they've changed. My mom, Randy. Oh, somebody's texting me. I'm reading the text. Somebody's mom referred them to me. That's so cute. Anyway, with the Cancer moon, you're going to find a lot of stuff happening. Now, it's really interesting because this is how I see this Cancer full moon. Let's see. Oh, see, Lenny's my husband in my own mind, so I'm your best friend in your mind. I get it. I get it totally. What if you're a cat moon now? Well, it's in opposition to your moon. You know, Hoka hurts your feet. Absolutely. I don't like them. They're great going uphill, but when you're sliding down, I don't like that. I have to have my feet hit the ground. That's all. Oh, say hi to your brother. I'm glad someone's brother loves me because my kids roll their eyes at me. Kid. I roll. I roll. I roll. Okay, so the Cancer moon is really interesting because it is, let me just see. Sorry, it is aspecting. Of course, we have everything in Capricorn at the moment. Not everything. We'll just say Pluto in Capricorn. So when we have this Cancer moon, what I feel with this Cancer moon, actually, full moon, is that so you have Capricorn, and Capricorn is a traditional establishment. So it's the way our countries run. It's the establishment. It's what we're used to, sort of fundamentally. It's our foundation. The Cancer full moon is blowing an emotional view of what's going on in our tradition. So we are looking at our family. Cancers are fucking nightmares. Don't hate on me. Don't hate on me. Cancers go in and out of movies. Okay, slow down. A scene with the tracker boot. Yeah, well, I know about John Stamos from my client that used to date him, and that's enough said. Like, I just heard when you can't, whatever, from alcohol, none of my business. But like, if you're that young, because I think he's my age. If you're that young and you can't do a guy thing with your whatever, I can't hear about it. So like, you're drinking too much. Like, you've got a problem. You're either gay or you have a lot of trauma, and I just can't. Or you're on some heavy drugs. I can't. So the Cancer will become emotionally invested in the traditions. Thank you for the super chat. Sloan, are there any fluoride-free water bottle brands? Probably not. I'm probably drinking fluoride right here, which is horrible, but you can put shungite in your water. So remember, put shungite in your water, and shungite will, it's basically what they use in filter systems. Shungite will actually filter your water. So be careful when you're drinking it. Like, don't swig it. I used to give it to Keith, the shungite, to put in his water, and then you got to watch your teeth because when you drink, smack, right? So do that part. But anyway, the Cancer full moon is going to open people emotionally to their traditions, meaning you're going to see your traditions for what they are, not what you wish them to be, okay? Not what you wish them to be. So basically, this full moon, when we are going into the Pluto return in Capricorn within like 30 days. So they're getting ready right now to gear shift us and war. If you can't feel it, I don't know what to say, but they're literally getting ready, really, really, really ready, Freddy, to mess with us because we're coming into that Pluto return. So I can feel it. I can feel it coming. Well, I can feel it, but this is more weird. I can feel it amongst the people out in public. Like, the people out in public have a very weird vibration, and maybe I have a weird vibration too, but I literally can feel it happening. And so they're getting ready to do something, and it's going to come like basically systematically. Remember, they do everything systematically, right? For your surgery, really just lapis and tourmaline, so you stay grounded, positive, jade, anything like that. I can feel the problem. They're all selling their houses in LA. They're getting ready to trash LA. It's already trashed. Who are we kidding? I mean, it's horrible. They set fires, they set this, they set that. They've just trashed everything. So they're getting arnica for your surgery, and pineapple as well, of course. Pineapple helps with the bruising. But I think she's talking about keeping her mindset happy. So tourmaline and lapis to keep you calm, and also mentally prepare for a surgery, upcoming surgery, like it's an athletic thing, okay? So meaning prepare for it like you're doing a marathon. So prepare for it mentally. So when you're doing a marathon, or when you're doing like upwards of 20 miles, you actually have to prepare mentally, because you will start to get tired, pissed off, your feet will hurt, you'll feel sad. So see yourself at the end of the surgery doing what you like. See yourself enjoying yourself. Yeah, this is my cross necklace that John got me when our cleaning lady stole my other cross. I mean, robbed our house. Anyway, one time, a long time ago. Anyway, this, and then this was sent to me. This is moldavite on shungite. Fabulous. So I'm wearing them both. Today, this is what I'm wearing. So yeah, anyway, you have to envision your surgery, the outcome of it. But getting back, cancer, remember, cancer. Oh, there you go. Wait, you sent that. Wait, what did you send? Did you send me this, Ashley? Did you send me the moldavite with the shungite? I feel like I'm crazy and don't know who sent it. I thanked them at the time, but I'm wearing it right now. If you sent me this, I don't remember who sent me what. Oh my God. Yes. Oh my God. Yes. Look, I'm wearing it. It's so beautiful. It's exquisite. I'm literally wearing it. So black tourmaline helps. Yes. All the time, because it grounds you from your fear. Remember, you don't want to express fear. You never want to express fear with anybody. You do not want to do that. LA, now keep in mind, LA in particular, Hollywood is a Virgo city, which makes it just all like the presence of perfection, but it's not really perfection. Do you get it? So it's the presence of perfection. And this full moon in Cancer, because the world, I'm sorry, the United States is a Cancer country. We're going to start seeing our traditions broken down for what they really are. Now, keep in mind, everything that's going on right now, everything that's going on, not mean you called Pisces. Well, Pisces is delusional. Sorry. Pisces lives in the spirit realm. We're in the beast system down here. Yeah, well, it's opening it up, but understand, they are coming for everything that we have. So what we consider to be our freedoms, just keep this in mind. What you consider to be your freedom, a bunch of old white men in office, one who is very scorpionic, possibly in a Pisces decadent, triple Scorpio. I'm talking about, boohoo Biden there, who can barely stand up. His family should be ashamed of him. But what is going on is a complete breakdown. So we're being systematically broken down. People are actually having to stop their jobs. Now, here's the interesting thing. It's very interesting that people with this, right? This thing in their arm are getting sick, and the others without this in their arm are being blamed for it. So you have to actually align yourself with your own tradition. In other words, I'm not going to let anybody stop me from doing what I'm doing, whatever it is I'm doing. I'm going to continue to do it. I'm going to find a different way to do it. But we are going into the first phase of war. We've been in war for a long time, but we're actually going into the first phase of war for the next 4 years. And I really believe that. So they're coming after everything, your weapons, your money, your food, because, somebody bought up all the farmland, that little, sweater wearing, breast wearing man. Thank you for that. Thank you so much. Little Billy Gates, that guy. Anyway, he bought up all the farmland. So he's in charge of now who's doing the farming. And we are being told what we can and can't have, where we can go, what we can do. Well, here's the thing. You can still go and yeah, no, he did buy up all the not all the farmland, but he bought a shit ton of farmland across the country. That is true. Well, he wants the farmland because he wants to stop people from farming and making your vegetables, your this, your that. It's illegal to collect rainwater. Did you know that? It is illegal. In LA, and I heard from Bobby in Texas, but it is illegal to collect rainwater. So what they're saying to you is you need to pay the government for the water that you drink, even though it comes from the fucking sky. Like if you lived in Toronto, you could take the snow, you could take, it snows all the time, Canada, anywhere, and you could do that. So you could do that and you could make it into drinking water and you could filter it and do whatever you want. But it's actually illegal to collect that. Why is that illegal? That comes from God, not man. So they're trying to make everybody think that everything is from man and not God. So that's bizarre. So that's just really bizarre to me. Yes. Oh, China's taking our topsoil. That's awesome. We really should be manufacturing in the United States like we used to. We really should be doing that, right? We should be doing that because now we're China's bitch. That's what we are. Everything comes from China. Probably this shirt too. Everything comes from China. So, and I actually have friends who make merchandise. I know tons of people that make various different kinds of merchandise, from clothing to, makeup to pottery to this to that. And a lot of them had a problem when Trump was in office because he was putting a service charge on taking your manufacturing out of the country. From a business perspective, when a war comes and they shut us down, where is our stuff coming from? Because it's not going to be coming in this country from China, because it's going to be China and Thailand, and it's going to be Russia and the Ukraine. So where are we going to get our shit? That's why we should do it here. This is why we should do it here. Oh, I know where China, I know where Biden is, but it's getting very close. So it's funny if you sit back and observe. Anyway, this Cancer full moon is kicking that off because it is waking the family, the unit. It sounds like the Manson family, right? It's waking the family, the American population. We are being trashed. So get ready. It is, well, God steps in, yes, but the war has to play out. Understand something. And this was something I never understood, because people say this all the time. Why did God let that happen? Why did God let that happen? Why did God do this? And I even said it after Keith died. Why did God take my beautiful son? However, God did not take my beautiful son. The beast system and the fucker that ran him off the road or fucked with his bike, whatever, is the one who took my child, right? Same with everybody who asks that. So until one learns to set one's boundaries energetically and to stand up, you can't really have an energetic shift because you are compliant to the lower level energies. So one needs to actually stand up, you, me, whoever, to the bully government. You need to stand up in order as a unit to propel the energy forward and upwards. To stand on oneself by oneself is very difficult energetically. Okay, it's very difficult. So when you're looking at the Cancer full moon, Cancer is about the absence of family. That's why they're always looking for family. So now that we're in this situation, we are looking to communicate amongst people, okay? Amongst people around us, we are looking to communicate. Just to answer your questions, don't think that anybody, when people go, there's demons around you. There's demons around everybody. So nobody's special and nobody gets away with that, because on this earth, until people are willing to acknowledge that there are human beings that come from God, under God's umbrella, or there are entities occupying what look like human host bodies, i.e., conjured demonic things, like Nicki Minaj talks about it. She calls somebody Rowan in her body and says it gets in there and she can't get it out. That's a conjuring and an opening, and now she can't get in. Okay. So when you're talking about demons, number one, you can't see what's outside of you, and it's there all the time. They can hear us, they know how to set us up. Oh, honey, April. So your son died just before my Keithy. Yeah, 3 months before Doodle. Yeah, 2020. And they throwing money at all these kids, and they're doing, yeah, Beyonce, Sasha Fierce. But what they do there's conjuring is real. People don't think it's real. Conjuring is real. You can really conjure up entities. They get you convinced to do it when you pray to your favorite saints. Pray to the saint of this. Pray. Who do you think you're praying to? Who do you think you're praying to? Do you think you're praying to a saint because the Catholic Church says that this person is the patron saint of? So was the saint a human being, or was there something in the person's body? You see what I'm saying? So when you are asking for help, thank you for that. When you are asking for help, Um, Aw, thank you. Thanks, Carrie. Thank you for that. And Tracy is overly generous. Tracy's gonna have to go on a budget, Tracy. Someone's gonna make you run a budget. Thank you so much, though. Thank you for everybody in their super chats. Um, you have to understand when you pray to the patron saint of whatever, you're assuming that you know what you're praying to. When you're praying to the deities in whichever religion you're in, what are you praying to? Ask yourself what you're praying to. So really, I know Tracy's making it rain and I don't even have to take my top off. Yeah, okay, sorry. Bad joke. No, it's a good joke at this age. um, but you have to actually watch what you're praying to. So I pray to God in order to protect me. But understand, when people go, there's demons around you, there's demons around every single person on this planet because they live on the astral level and they do a lot of things on the astral level that none of us are aware of because most people are taught in traditional churches. So you actually have to familiarize yourself with what's on the astral and what goes on. So, I mean, there's time travelers, there's all kinds of things going on. There's people that pop in from the past, pop in here. They already know what's going to happen with you. They can step in. Now imagine this. Imagine if you were a time traveler back to 2012, just say 2012, and you knew that Trump was going to win. You could actually literally step in to fight that, knowing the outcome of that, and you could construct things in a different way because the beast system has no fluidity to it because it's run by the beast system. So it's run against the positive flow of energy. That's why we need to raise our energy. Time travel is quite interesting. They go up on the astral and see, here's what happens when they time travel. My opinion only. Don't come for me and I'm not high or drunk. When they time travel in or out, you can go back through meditation to any kind of time you want. Like I would prefer to go back to when Keith was like 10 years old and live in that world. So when I go to sleep, I can actually put myself into that space and probably dream about it, a form of time travel, okay? But the actual time travelers who come in and out of people's bodies, they're coming into host bodies that don't have a human soul, or bodies that are so medicated on drugs and alcohol, they step out of their body and something takes them over. So remember, demons play in bodies that are not in complete resonation with their God, Christ consciousness. So when they time travel, they jump in and out. But understand, they're not just, yes, walk-ins, absolutely walk-ins. You can see it. When they try to register their eyes and they try to ground in, they can't see. Like they literally are like, I can't see, because they're coming into a body. So you, the human host who's not in your body, gets literally, yeah, well, it is. When they write the Netflix series, they're writing on serious events. Whoopi Goldberg's character in Ghost is pretty accurate after she stops being a con artist. It's pretty accurate. Signs of a soulless person, you can tell by the eyes. You can look in their eyes and you can see what that is, you know. You can actually see what that is. Yes, there's timelines. And let me just tell you a story with my Jason, which I found really interesting. I probably told this story. Dead in the eyes. Absolutely dead in the eyes. I love the movie Ghost too. It's one of my favorites. But after Keith died, like 2 days after Keith died, Jason, I guess, was either asleep or awake or saw Keith. But anyway, he said Keith came in through the front door like he did all the time. And he had his helmet on like he did. And he ran upstairs to his room. So Jason was sitting on the table in the living room. It's kind of a low table. It's a wood table. Everybody sits on it. So sits on the wood table. John was on the couch. And so then Jason said to John in his vision, you know, he doesn't know he's dead. And then John said, you know, well, don't tell him. And so Jason said, yeah, maybe we can get him to change timelines. Jason's saying this. And so Keith is upstairs in this vision of Jason's, and Keith comes down the stairs and takes his helmet off and plunks it down and sits on the couch. And Jason was sitting there and he was like thinking about not telling him, right? Like to see if he could change the outcome of Keith's death. This probably within a day and a half to 2 days after Keith left. And then he said he just didn't want to play that game because he knew Keith was dead. So he told Keith, you died on your motorcycle. And Keith got really mad at him, he thought, and pushed him out of the dream or the vision with his energy. So pushed him out of there. So Jason said it wasn't like he punched him, but those two used to wrestle and fight all the time. You know, they're boys, right? So, and they were big boys, and they were always in front of the mirror going, oh, I'm bigger. I got gains, I'm bigger. I mean, they stand in my mirror. I should have taken the mirrors out of my living room because they would stand in front of the mirror doing this shit. But anyway, Jason said Keith's energy got so focused and it threw him out of that space, out of that dimension. It threw him out. But Jason was trying to change the timeline of Keith's death. And John was telling him not to tell him he was dead so that maybe they could change that. There's something to that. Jason knows a lot. He's quite spiritual when he comes into it. And he's quite metaphysical, actually, and always has been. So he's been able to see it quite a bit. And it's normal to him, and it always has been normal to him. But it's interesting because that's not enough to change timelines. So I don't know how you can change it. Like I know you can go back in time, and I know you can do that. I time traveled once as a kid, and I'll tell you this story. It's a true story. So I time traveled. I had a desk. Remember when I'm older. But anyway, I had to write thank you notes to all of my relatives when I got Christmas gifts or birthday gifts. I literally had to write thank you notes. So there I sat at my desk, and it was an old desk, right? So an old wood desk, like the old kind, whatever, with a thing you pull down, a little one, a girl one. So it was nice. So anyway, I was writing my thank you notes, and I went to sleep one night, and I woke up in my dream at the World's Fair in the 1800s. I think it was the 1800s. Anyway, I woke up in my dream there, and the weird thing was I was there, and I was some other person, I thought, but it was still me, but I looked different. And I went through the World's Fair 18 something. And when I came back in my sleep, I had the tickets in my pocket. When I woke up the next day, the tickets were in my desk. So like where I'd been writing the thank you notes. So somehow I manifested tickets that said World's Fair at that point. And so my parents were like, oh, they must have been in the desk. I'm like, who owned this desk in the 1800s? We're talking like 1975 or something, right? So I'm like, that doesn't even make sense. So 1904, was that when it was? Yeah, I don't remember. I thought it was in the 1800s, but I looked different. That's the only time where I kind of really knew there was time travel, and I can't tell you how I did it or what happened. I was always out of my body as a child. So you can't really tell people that because you get sent to the mental hospital. The psychiatrist. Thank God I wasn't drugged though. So you can't really tell people, but I did exist, and I have no idea how I got there. So I don't know how to do it. I know people try to do it. And I know that these elites understand the portals that take them from one to another. And people like me and people like Jason, we get, and especially Jason more so than me, we get glimpses into different dimensions, but I don't know which doorway you walk through to get there. 1876, there you go. I knew it was the 1800s. It was a vivid memory. I was probably 9 or 10 at the time, right around there. Anyway, very vivid memory, and I have no idea how I got there, but it was very vivid to me that I was there, that I was playing at the World's Fair. I was like a teenage girl, and I had brown hair, and I can remember it. That's all I can tell you. And I woke up knowing I'd been there. And other times when you're in dreams, you're in places where it's not like grounded on earth, or that could have been past life too. But I really felt like it was time travel in a certain sense. And I don't know how you do it. I know you can project yourself through astral travel through your spirit body into other places. I do know that. I used to do that as a teenager all the time. So I know you can do that. And I know you can switch bodies too. So you can definitely switch bodies. You can switch. But here's the thing. When we're talking about time travel, you understand a lot of these people in government have a way to do this they have a way to do it and they know how to do it, okay? So they know how to do it. They don't tell us. They know the outcome of everything. And then they go and fuck with things and come back. So that's maybe what psychics are picking up on too, is the fact that this person came from here to over there, and psychics can catch glimpses of it. But just like when Jason was trying to change Keith's timeline, but then somewhere in the vision, he recognized that Keith was already dead. So changing the timeline wasn't going to help unless he crossed into a different dimension. And in that dimension, Keith had not gone out on the motorbike on that day, had not gone to pick it up and, you know, changed it. But that means Jason would have had to throw himself into a different timeline because he was in this timeline and Keith crossed into this one. That's why Jason saw him. So Jason was actually the one that crossed Keith over and told him he was dead. So Keith's soul came back to where he knew he was. And that's the thing I don't understand either. It was like 2 days after Keith died, and I felt Keith move through my body because I was in his bed the day he died. So, meaning I went to my old house and slept in his bed. And I can just remember Kenna hugging me and coming in the room to talk to me. And I just remember curling over beside the wall. I was absolutely, completely broken. And I felt him fragmented come through my body. I knew it was him. So at that point in time, when I was feeling that, he knew he was dead because he had to know, because I was in his bed and he would never let his mother in his bed. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's weird. So he had to know he was dead, and I could see him, feel him go through. But then a day and a half after that, Jason is telling him he's dead. So part of him didn't, which people ask, what does that mean? What does that mean? Okay, so a lot of our energy does not manifest into our physical body. So there's parts of us up on the other side before we incarnate in, and there's parts of us living in different lives. I'm convinced of it. I just don't know how it happens. It is through some kind of quantum physics that I don't know how to do, some sort of hypnosis. But if I can get there, okay, if I can get there, thank you. Thank you so much, you guys, for the super chats. Thank you. If I can get to a different dimension, then I know I can get to Keith because he lives in a different dimension, but they block that from us. So I'm not really sure how to do it. I know you can meditate, and there's a lot of people out there that say they can help you, you know, to go through the different layers, like quantum hypnosis, like Dolores Cannon. But some of them are full of shit. What they're doing is just full of shit. They lie. And it's always about what you can manifest for yourself. More money, more this, more that, la la la. No, it's not about the money. The money only exists here, and it exists because of the beast system. We should be living free. I can just hear John in my head going, what about the freeways? Who would fix the freeways? Who would fix the freeways? I'm like, oh, fuck those people. But anyway, we should literally not be needing money on this planet because we are of God. And this was a beautiful planet, and we are a peaceful people. When you see psychopaths out there killing and doing all of that, and we're like, that guy was whatever. Did you ever think that maybe a demonic entity entered a vessel of a child on its way through into this world? Did you ever think one of them gave birth to a child, and one of them hiding as a human is giving birth to a child that's doing sick shit out there, right? So you have to think very abstractly, okay? Very abstractly, not traditional. And the money system is what they did to keep us controlled. It's very obvious to me. People actually feel because they make more money, they're better. They actually think, yes, cloaking, exactly. They actually think that because they acquired a lot of finances that they're special. You're not special. You just played with the beast system more. That's what you did. I'm talking about billionaires. There's people starving, and then people are applauding like Bezos, bug-eyed Bezos. People are starving. And here's another thing. Just saying. If any of these corporations ask you for donations, any kind of donation on any level, tell them no, because you know what they do. They take your $5, his $2 with guilt. Help the puppies. Keith used to go insane with me. I couldn't help it. The commercial would come up with the little puppies out in the street shaking like this, little chihuahuas shaking and all raggedy. And I would crack up and they'd say, please donate. And they'd be like this, all like the kids with the pot bellies and the big eyes. You know, those are actor children, right? And you know, those are actor dogs. They're not really out there. No one's, I mean, if you're actually out in the street filming that and you're putting a commercial up like that and it's not like an ad, you're an asshole. Take the dog in since you're right there. But anyway, it was hilarious because Keith would go, why are you so mean? That's not funny. And I'd say, no, it's not funny. Sorry, my mascara is totally tweaking in my eye. But the problem is when they do that, they pull on your empathy, your heartstrings, your generous nature, your heartstrings, everything. And then you give them $1, 50 cents, $2, $100. I'll donate to starving children. And then that corporation, Best Buy, Marshalls, Target, then what they do is they turn around and they donate that money to get their sins off of their back. And then they take a tax credit for it. It's your money. It's not their money. Okay. They're not donating shit. Then the CEO goes, look, I donated $100 million to, you know, runaway chihuahuas or whatever. I mean, come on. That's ridiculous. So stop doing that first. The corporations have more money, make them pay for it. You want to donate to missing children, you know, little dog grooming, little chihuahuas on the run, then you fucking donate. You have more money. You're overtaxing me already. Maybe you should donate. I'm not giving to you. You're not going to make me feel guilty. I will never feel guilty. I don't feel guilty about it. I will donate in my day-to-day life. Oh my God. Oh my God. Shut up with these people. More money than God. Yeah, I know everything's, I know chihuahuas. Well, I love the chihuahuas. But instead of taking a video for your commercial, bring the chihuahua home. What's your problem? What's your problem? Bring the chihuahua home. You take the chihuahua home. You with the camera filming it. Camping in Hawaii. Paper pushers. Nobody gets my, yeah, exactly. Of course. It goes, and all these women who marry these men, who run these companies, you better fucking know what you're doing. Like 9 out of 10, there's the odd honest person, but 9 out of 10 of them with their billions and millions of dollars are just have fucking done something for it. And it's not above board. This is stacked against us to be above board, okay? And all the wives, they go on there like the Beverly Hills housewives, they should be, I'm literally sitting on pillows for my back. I'm trying to get myself back in shape. Chihuahuas are the ultimate warriors. They're so cute, but what I'm saying is take the chihuahua home. Take the fucking chihuahua home. Stop filming it and prostituting it out there. Take your chihuahua home. Look after it. I would. I did. I took one home from Mount Baldy. I did. So I found his mom with a chip, and that's what I did. But here's the problem. A lot of these women, the housewives of Beverly Hills, you understand they're propagating. If you have that money and you have a Fendi purse and you have a this and you have, do you think that really matters? Do you think that really matters? It matters that you have clothes on your back and food in your, you know, whatever. But it does not matter technically if you have $1 billion unless you're really helping people. And these people are brought up on the belief, it is their belief system that their good deeds outweigh their bad. So when they kill 10 children for their own, I don't know what, panda eyes, sexual gratification, sodomy ritual, whatever they're doing, when they do that, they feel that if they donate money to the Chihuahua Fund, it absolves them of their sins. It does not. But that's what they think. That's what we're seeing. Oh my God, they're philanthropists. They're helping. They're donating. You're not donating shit. And in fact, you're setting up people that want to help and work for your company. You're setting them up to be complicit in your sin, actually. So be very careful what you do. Familiar child trafficking. Yes. Oh my God. Of course it is. That's what they're doing. Who else can do that? And then I was listening to somebody today talking about Martin Luther King's aunt. So Martin Luther King's aunts. Yes, there were giants. Yes, there were giants. They hide them. The Nephilim giants. Yes, that's when the angels mated with the humans. I hope Prince Andrew is just fucking beaten and taken off the planet. But I have a feeling I don't know if he'll be found guilty. They don't really want to find child molesters guilty. But they do want to lock you up if you don't pay your taxes. That's priority. But if you rape a baby, you should be out in 7 years. Not a problem. Not a problem. Not a problem. Anyway, yeah, that's a thing. But what the hell was I saying? Oh my God, I was going to say something about that. Can't remember. Can't remember what I was going to say. Anyway, when it comes to the time traveling, what you have is you have the energy of people who are elite in their knowledge, and we have been blocked. So, in effect, if you apply for a job and the owner of the company does not give you all of the information up front, that is omission by deception. You cannot make a clear decision when you do not understand someone's aunt. Oh yes, thank you, Martin Luther King's aunt. Don't be messaging me down here saying I get distracted and I'm ADD. This is just who the fuck I am, okay? Anyway, Martin Luther King's aunt was saying that the biggest coup on the black people was not anything that you hear, it was the abortion rate. How many black population have been aborted since the see? So they are targeting certain groups of people, usually poor women. I mean, in my community, white women in the sex industry, they have a lot of abortions too, okay? Because so it really comes down to sexual abuse and what they consider to be, whatever kind of families that you come from when you're, incested or raped in your home by your uncle, grandmother, whoever. All right. So you're going to get pregnant early because that's just the repercussions of what you're doing. But she was saying the biggest atrocity is the abortion rate in the black community. And she's not wrong. So this is the first time, because I am for your right to do what you want. But actually, at this age and after losing my son, I would say the more kids you can have, to keep having your children, because your children will stand in your lineage, good or bad. It's not a money thing. It's not a money thing with your children. It's not a money thing. It is a energy thing. Yes, it's genocide of the black people, and Native American people and everybody. It is. That's why they do it. If you think about it, who really cares if you keep the kid? We've been trained as women, my generation. I was raised in a home where my mother said, if you come home pregnant, just get an abortion. Like, that is actually how I was raised. All right. My mother said that. She was, educated, wealthy. And she said, don't bring that kid home. Just get yourself and fix yourself. So even women of that genre were like learning how to do it. Now, my birth mother, she did not go and get a backstreet abortion because it was illegal, and it became legal the year after I was born. So I would not be here because I'm talking about my birth mother. My adopted mother was like, just abort. And she was serious. She's like, just here's money, go do that. Like, she had no problem with that. That was her thinking, and that's how she was raised. She was about money and business, okay? So she was that kind of person. Birth mother probably couldn't get herself to do that, so she just split across the country, gave birth, and went back and never told anybody. So she went for the adoption of it. Now, obviously I had a life, but if I'm thinking about it, if I didn't come here, then maybe me and my kids would be over there and it would be okay. Maybe it would be okay if I was still over there. But anyway, she pushed me out here. So here I came. If I would have gotten pregnant, my family would have killed me. Yes, they would have killed you. Exactly. But it happens. I mean, teenagers get pregnant. The reason teenagers get pregnant is because teenagers get pregnant. I mean, it's nothing shameful. People have sex. If you think you're not supposed to have sex, that's ridiculous. Whatever. So yeah, it is because it's not planned. Yes, Planned Parenthood, it is a contradiction. I will say Parenthood does good with their free, like, exams, their, all of that. Yeah, having a baby is wonderful. I was thrilled to have my kids when I had them. So yes, well, we are meant to be when we come through here, and the souls know that, coming in and out. Money is actually truly the root of all evil. People blather on about money. If I had this, I'd do that. Why don't you just go do what you want to do, whether you have money or not? I mean, maybe you can't fly in a private jet across countries. They're ringing in my ear again. They're trying to zap me. I'm like, oh, okay, stop. They do the frequency pitch to try and punish you. Anyway. Oh, people kill for $50 in LA. You can probably get your husband or wife knocked off. No kidding. I've been TTC for over a year and just turned 35. Wait, what's TTC? I don't know what TTC is. So yeah, anyway, they've done a number on us and we are beginning to see it. Okay, we are beginning to see it. So for those of you that have done things that you wish are not proud of, then I don't like Betty White. I'm never, no, I never did a reading on Betty White. I'm not doing a reading. I don't like her. So enough said. She's one of them and I don't like her. And I never cared for anything she did. And I didn't think, so I'm just going to be a bitch. I don't want to offend anybody. So there. The reason, and I'll tell you this, the reason that they use celebrities in every single thing is to try to validate the experience. First of all, you don't need to validate your experience. Your experience is validation enough. We have been taught that if a celebrity sells a Dorito, oh my God, then you must eat the Dorito. It must be trying to conceive. Oh, TTC, trying to conceive. Put it down for a minute and then go back to it slowly. Yeah, just go back to it slowly. But understand that we have been sold a bill of goods. Yes, false idol. Look at the Oscars. Look at these fucking people. Okay, I can't show you on my phone, but my friend just sent me a picture of the Beatles album. Let me look it up. I forget which one it is. It's the one with the baby dolls on the front. The album, the baby doll album. The babies are on the front. The Beatles are sitting there with broken baby doll heads and fucking pieces of pizza. Why do you have pizza? And then they mock Pizzagate. Really? Really? You're going to really, so why do these assholes, these fucking millionaire, billionaire Beatles, why do they have pizza on their album cover? Can you explain it? Because it seems like you're fucking stupid when you put pizza on, and I'm going to find it. I'm going to look at it. He just sent it to me on the phone and I was like, oh my God. Okay, anyway. And then there's Alice Cooper with the picture of a baby. Leave the babies, unless they're your babies, off your album cover with the black eyes. Yeah, the panda eyes. Yeah, motherfuckers, that's right. Anyway, oh my God, hold on. Beatles album. Beatles album with babies and pizza. Babies and... I sound insane. People, but it's because pizza is a code word. That's how they mess with us. Pizza is a code word, okay? No. Beatles album. I have to spell. I get crazy. Okay, this one. Here it is. It is called... I'm pulling up the picture, y'all. Yesterday and Today. So just explain to me why these people that everybody... I have to put it on my computer to show you. But these people right here, do you see the baby and the pizzas? They got little doll baby. Look at my head. My head's up there. Anyway, little doll babies with their little broken baby doll. There's, you know, a baby doll without a head and a head in the lap and the pizza. So do you think they're ingenious? Do you think their marketing team was like, oh my God, that's fucking brilliant? Or is it hidden in plain sight? And because we have been asleep or we have been taught that what we think is not what we think, and it's pizza. Is it meat? Oh no, it's meat. You're right. No, it's pizza. Crap. I don't know if it's meat or pizza. Either way. Oh, thanks, Jennifer. Thank you. You and Tracy, overly generous tonight. And who is this? Karen. Thank you so much, Karen. Look at you guys. Thank you so much. It's pieces of meat. My apologies for it not being pizza. I'm like, it's meat pizza. So what is that about? What is that about? What is that about? Thank you so much for the super chats, y'all. Yeah, well, the symbolism is their downfall because they got the babies. Now, maybe they're trying to be avant-garde, you know, kitschy. Maybe they're trying to be whatever, but why do they have that? Then there's Macaulay Culkin's band called Pizza. Then, yeah, it's human flesh, of course. Then there's Miley Cyrus wearing a pizza onesie. Katy Perry wearing a pizza onesie. Why are you fucking doing that? Stop doing that. Because it's cannibalism, of course. Why are they doing this, right? Why? Why are they doing this? Right. Naked baby. Exactly. And the naked baby on the Nirvana cover is suing the estate of Nirvana because he was at his parents were at a party and someone took a picture of him when he was a baby and he want to be on the cover of that. And of course the baby has its dick showing. Why are you going to show the baby with the dick? Why are you going to do that? What's that about? Like like if you're showing a baby, since you know pedophilia is real, because it is, if you know that, she's a lady boy. C. Teigen is a lady boy, okay? She's a fucking lady boy. And her husband is a freak because he's married to a lady boy. And they're all trying to act like it's all normal. And it's not normal, okay? It's just not normal. But anyway, ask yourself on the Nirvana cover, the baby swimming in the pool, maybe you should have put something there to cover his private parts because he didn't have a say-so in it. And apparently, according to him, he didn't have a say-so. He's actually suing them. I don't know what the outcome of that, because maybe his parents gave permission and they would have been the guardian of him. So I have no idea how that works. But it's very interesting that you find all of this and we think they're so clever. They're not clever. They're not. Yeah, I know. Exactly. Of course, of course, of course. And Macaulay Culkin is the one that tells the story on the French media of going into the producer's place and the producer wearing the red shoes that were Heather O'Rourke's flesh. So you remember that, right? There you go. So it's just weird. Yeah, I never liked the Beatles. They were a little bit immature. He should at least get royalties. They prostituted. If someone took a picture of your kid and you saw your kid on the billboard swimming, I mean, I'd be like, give me my kid. What are you doing? And they do it all the time, by the way. So they do it all the time. They call them lady boys in Thailand. I'm calling her a lady boy here. That's what I'm calling her. So that's what she reminds me of, allegedly. Okay, so there's that. So a lot of these record musician covers have like weird stuff. And it's like, why would the Beatles even put that, anything like that, on their album cover? I can more see Nirvana with the kid in the pool. That's a kid in a pool. That happens more often than like a doll that you rip its head off and have meat on your lap that I thought was pizza. But anyway, pizza meat. But you get what I'm saying. So why would that be? Why would that be? I don't know any other famous lady boys. Uh, a lady boy, a boy that's a lady, born genetically a male, and then turned female. Lady boy. Jennifer Aniston, perhaps Michelle Obama. Yeah, those people. Probably, exactly. Ann Coulter. I don't know about that. No, I don't believe let's look at it this way. If you're not given Sarah Jessica Parker, it just is vile. If you're not given all of the information about what you're doing at the time that you're doing it, if it's hidden from you, then you're not going to be punished because it was withheld. So you cannot make a proper decision when you are tricked into information. You cannot make a proper decision, can you? I don't think you can. So when you're looking at it, you have to understand that you cannot, if you're not given all avenues of thought with which to use your critical thinking, how can you actually be responsible for a decision that's manipulated? So they're doing that with the jab too. They're telling you one thing and then it's another thing, and then they keep switching everything. So you're never given the correct information. So of course he is. Of course he is. Yeah, that are just completely, him and his girlfriend just had it. I don't think he's in rehab. And here's the thing that gets me. If you're going to have, Beatles said it was a Vietnam protest. Yeah, I don't care what the Beatles said. I don't see, then put that on your, fuck them. But anyway, let's just look at this. What was I going to say? I'm so scattered today. Yeah, I'm sure YouTube is, but 22, 7 years. Yeah, they say the asteroid's going to hit Earth. Does it matter? Does it really matter? Like, do you care if you die? I mean, I don't know that any of us care, right? I didn't say, yeah, I don't think Macaulay's in, I think he's been traumatized. And I think Lindsay Lohan, I think this is all very obvious with people. Yeah, I think it's very, I mean, if we now when you say you hope we ascend, let's look at it this way. Ascension is the mindset that does not think in fear, in scarcity. Ascension is connecting through the crown chakra to the Christ consciousness, the God source, and it's connecting upwards, and it's knowing that you don't need to play in this. In other words, just because your neighbor decided to run over the cats in the neighborhood does not mean you have to play in the same filth. So ascension starts here. People have it confused. God's not coming down here right now and yanking your ass up in ascension. You have to live out here. So in order to ascend, you have to reject the lower level energy, and you have to do what you feel is morally correct with your God. So once you start to connect up here, you can see this for what it is. Once you see this, I do feel a physical war will start. I just said that at the beginning tonight. Absolutely. You have to raise your vibration, and by doing that, you are ascending. Look at, I'm making these weird noises again because I can hardly talk anymore. You have to, excuse me for that. I don't drink enough water when I'm out because I'll have to use a public bathroom. But I could pee on the street because it was raining. Maybe nobody would see. Anyway, you have to raise your vibration, because raising your vibration takes you out of their shithole. They want you living in shit. Just because people choose to be homeless and choose to smoke pot all day and do meth and not brush their hair and their teeth, which I can do, but just because people choose that doesn't mean I need to follow in suit with that. I need to raise my vibration, and I need to see it from the perspective of the God source, not what these people are doing here on the beast system. They want us living in their... What kind of woman, just think about this for a second, what kind of woman is Nancy Pelosi that she allowed a beautiful city like San Francisco to be a needle junkie heaven, where they're actually hiring people for $175,000 a year to clean shit off the sidewalks? You can make $175,000 a year by driving a truck and wearing a hazmat suit and clearing off shit off the ground in San Francisco. Why would she let that happen? It's her city. Why would she let that happen? $175,000 a year. That's a shit ton of money for the city, right? A shit ton. So understand exactly. There you go. What is that? I feel terrible. Beautiful city. But here's the thing. Understand that if you live amongst that, because you are focused on your money, your 9 to 5, your job, your kids, your this, instead of centering yourself with what's right for you. I know you have to pay bills. I'm not saying that. But once you do that, you walk by this and you turn a blind eye to it. You turn a blind eye. When you turn a blind eye to it, you allow it to continue by complacency. That's why I'm saying the more people that walk into stores and they don't wear this and they make the store owner come up and tell you to do that, then they have to give you one. It lets them know. You just say, I'm sorry, I forgot it. I'm sorry, I can't hear you. I'm sorry, what? So you live your own way. And what are they going to do? Arrest you? And they may arrest you, whatever. But there's people, they are hiring people to clean up shit off the human waste off the sidewalks in San Francisco for almost 200 grand a year. That's a shit ton of money. It won't do you very good in San Francisco, but it's a shit ton of money. Like, you could work there for a couple of years and then retire somewhere else. So they do this on purpose. It's a moral decay. Remember, the beast system loves to debauchery. That's why we have alcoholics. That's why fentanyl is being there. There's a war. Bobby was talking about this today. There's a war on your sons, on your boys with fentanyl. They want everybody on fentanyl. They're trying to kill young people, especially young male people. Those are your warriors. So they want to kill them. They want Everything. When they give alcohol, when they sell Cheetos, when they give little fat kids big fucking sodas like this, they're trying to kill them. So you have to not play in that. And the reason you know that this is that way is because if they really cared about your health, people who were healthy would be getting, like, wouldn't pay as much health insurance. I don't have health insurance. I don't have health insurance. I'm not paying $500 a month when I never go to the doctor. I'm just not doing it. Not doing it. So it's interesting. Everything they do is to destroy. Remember, a narcissist, which is not like these people are 10 times worse, but a narcissist will get you to corrode your moral compass so then they can blackmail you with it. It's kind of the same game, but they take it to a heightened level, these people. So, for example, if you're married to a narcissist man, he might try to get you to have a threesome, even if you don't want it, but you want your man and you want the father of your kids, so you have a threesome, but it goes against you. You don't even fucking like it, and you do it because you want to keep your marriage and keep your kids. So you degrade yourself. So they are degrading city by city, culture by culture. That's what they're doing. And so it's just wrong. And your child does not know whether he wants to be a he or a she when he's 6 years old. He may have vague memories of it, but like, why don't you wait till they go through puberty, till their body stops growing? Because if you actually transgender them in puberty, you're going to make them shorter, fatter. They're going to have health problems later on in life. So yeah, New York is looking dead man walking. Exactly. New York is terrible. It's horrible what they're doing, but they are degrading everything. So you cannot let them degrade you. You have to stand for something. So stand for your moral compass. Stand for what you believe in. Do not let them take your guns. Do not let them give you this in the arm. If it's a choice between your work and you're paying bills or this and you don't want to do this. So let me get this right. If you couldn't get a job unless you sucked a dick every night for 15 years, so you wouldn't be employed, would you take that job from some ugly old guy and you had to suck their dick every night to get a paycheck? Like, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to suck your dick to get a paycheck. So what are they saying? They want you to inject something in your body? What if you had to shove the dick up your ass? Pardon my language. What if you had to do that? Is that okay to make your living? Is that a justification? I'm sorry. Is that a justification? That's what you're saying. You're saying, go ahead, shove it in my arm, in my mouth, up my nose, up my ass, up my hooch, whatever, in my ear, in order to get a paycheck. Why isn't anybody like disputing this? Why are we even having this conversation? It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. So you wouldn't do that for a paycheck. So why are you willing to do this for a paycheck? That's a problem. That's a problem I have with it. But anyway, getting back to the Cancer, well, it is sellout. If you're going to suck dick every night to get a paycheck, you're doing two jobs, not one. So it's my right to work. I have a skill. I'm allowed to work. If you tell me I'm not allowed to work, then you must think you have authority over me, and you don't. So if you think you have fucking authority over me, then you're going to do what you're going to do, and I'm going to do good for you for quitting your job. And I'm going to do what I'm going to do, which means I'm going to employ a lawyer to actually go against what you're saying, because you're the idiots that prove the masks don't work. So look what they did. For 2 years, they had idiots running around with their faces covered, screaming at other people, Karens and Kevins, right? Running around screaming at people, you got to put that on, it protects lives, do your job. CDC just said it doesn't protect anything. Now they want you to wear the N19 or 95 mask, whatever it is. Looks like a duck. So now they're seeing how dumb you really are. Because they did this, now they want to see if you're that fucking stupid, you're going to do it again. That's what they actually want to see. That's what they actually want to see. How dumb we are if we're going to go out and do that. And they're telling you at your work. So they're hitting you with your paycheck. So here's the problem. Of course, Meghan Markle's part of it. She's not going to marry a royal without being part of it. period. She's just not. The royal family's evil. And you know what I feel about them because I'm Canadian. So the royal family's evil. They're never going to let up on this until you stop them. We are dumb. Oh yeah, we're frogs in the water going, they care about us. They care about us. Burn, baby, burn. Now, the reason, here's what they did. They gave, here's what, just go back throughout history and understand what they did. They convinced, remember kids used to work on the farm and there were like local schools teaching kids to read and write, but like you would go on your parents' farm, you would be married off, you would have kids. That actually seems like a better life. I would give anything to have a life like that and have my boy back, okay? So I'm just saying that. Career doesn't mean shit. My work doesn't mean shit. I always thought it meant something. I wish I'd never worked. I wish I'd spent more time paying attention to my children rather than trying to climb a ladder that doesn't exist and is fucking disgusting anyway that I don't want to climb. At this point, I'm really glad I didn't get where I wanted to go. Anyway, not the point. Point is, we used to live like that. I mean, our ancestors. So what did they do? They brought in people like, you know, the Rockefellers to say, let's put banking in here. Instead of trading your chicken eggs for their milk, for their butter, for their school teaching, for their clothes, for whatever, they said, let's make a bank system. Now, let's affect everybody's ego and make them think if they go to university and schools and get the proper education, which is basically set up by them. Because, I mean, if you go to Berkeley, you're getting a bunch of propaganda there. If you go to Northwestern, you're getting different propaganda. Stanford, different. Harvard, different. And everybody wants to go to Harvard because people go, oh, they went to Harvard. So that's an ego trip, right? I never encourage college for my kids or university because we can make money without doing that, okay? We don't have to do that. That follows you into a certain thing. Then you feel like a piece of shit when you don't accomplish, okay? You feel like a piece of crap. And then when you put your kid in a school, like say Notre Dame, and you feel like your kid's special because they're in the school and you jam up their piano lessons, skating lessons, swimming lessons, blah, blah, blah lessons, you're just keeping them on a loop where they got to do 9 to 5, right? 9 to 5, got to get that money, got to get braces, got to drive a Mercedes. You do realize every car you buy, whether it's a Mercedes or a piece of shit, whatever, that after like 150,000 miles is probably going to break down. Maybe not a Honda, maybe not a Toyota, but you're going to have problems with it. So like they've got you buying cars every 3 years. Now a bill passed. I was watching Anomaly earlier. I didn't know about this. A bill passed that you can, the new cars coming out are going to have a kill switch. Okay. They're going to have a kill switch. Hello. Why does anybody have permission on a car that I bought that's my money to have a kill switch? How the fuck do you get to have a kill switch on my fucking car? Is it your car? So now I'm buying your car and it's now your car because you get to turn it off. Is that what that is? No, I don't think so. So I won't be buying your fucking car. You bunch of bitches. And then look what they do. They put their name on your car that you pay $40,000 for, anywhere from $20,000 to, yeah, no, it's not because of LA and the stolen cars. That's a bunch of bullshit. That's what they tell you to take away your freedom. What do they deem a stolen car? You won't get your jab. Stolen car, switch off. You won't go to work with a mask on, bitch. You get a ticket. Stolen car, turn your car off. Exactly. Anyway, my Toyota is 4 years old. There you go. It needs a trend. That's what I'm saying. So people who buy their fancy cars are just doing it so they can show off. That's really what they're doing. They're like, look at my fucking great car. That's nice. You have a great car. Good for you. You should be entitled to it. But what they're doing is keeping everybody in a loop, feeling like that's the ultimate goal. And that's not the ultimate goal. So they have your kids thinking they got to go to this thing. They got to work 20 hours a day. They can't sleep. They can't relax. You got to work for your boss. So you're trading your life force energy, right? Thank you for that. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. You're trading your life force energy for time working for them Well, they tax the shit out of you. You drive around in a car with their name on it. You wear a shirt with guests on it, with their name on it. And you continue to advertise for free because you're a fucking moron. Sorry. That is why. And in fact, when I used to do TV shows, they used to take these things off so you didn't know what people were doing because they weren't giving them money. I turned down advertisers last week off of this channel. They wanted me to do some advertising. And here's what I said, just speaking of that. So I guess YouTubers are doing stuff like, buy this gold for whatever amount of money because whatever. So you do a 30-second spot or a 60-second spot, $1,500 or $3,000. So you have to leave a link on your description box, right? So you're doing that for 30 seconds or 60 seconds on any particular show, and they pay you $1,500 to $3,000, all right? Okay, let's say you do the 60-second one, and you talk about it on your show, and you can't have any competing things. No, I literally went through this last week, speaking of advertising. So then I said, I won't do it, and here's why. The contract, and I don't need your fucking money. Take your money and shove it up your ass. The contract says you will not allow competing advertisers. So I don't even know what you want me to advertise truly. And then it says you will sign it into perpetuity. So I wrote back, I'm interested in making money. However, I'm not going to leave a link on my YouTube channel into perpetuity. I don't sign contracts with that word. What the fuck does that mean? And there's many contracts in Hollywood that say into perpetuity. That's soul binding. No, it's not into perpetuity. What the fuck do you mean? When I die when I'm 60, do you sue my estate because they take my YouTube channel down? Fuck you. No, I don't need your $3,000 that bad. I mean, whatever. Fuck you. And no, just no. I will tell you good things for people I that I work with, that I'm not paid for because I'm just not going to do that. But I might have done it truthfully. I mean, make an extra $3,000 if I had to leave it up a month. There needs to be a time when you're doing a contract. You need to fucking sign a time frame. I'm not going to put my link on your product when you only give me $3,000 for 5 years or perpetuity for the next 80 years or into the next lifetime. What does that mean? So yeah, no, into perpetuity means forever. What does that mean? Yeah, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. Like I just said, nope. I will not sign a contract with that word. I have signed a contract. I was talking to a friend of mine who's a musician, and he was saying he signed those contracts. And I was saying I've signed them when I was younger. But I stopped signing them when I realized, and in Hollywood, they have a lot of them. I started asking for time frames. How long do I have to be exclusive on this? I'm not signing something into fucking perpetuity. And I'm not signing it more than a year. And I'm not even going to sign it a year, actually. He didn't give back an answer. There was no answer. Anything I talk about on this show, like maybe you should do this, is because I've done it myself and I've paid for it myself. And excuse me, I've enjoyed it myself. So I'm letting you know what it is so you can do it. I don't need their advertisers' money because then they're roping me into traditional TV, bait and switch, do the advertising here and this and that. And where I'm now like a radio show doing a spokesman for a company just because they offered me money. And I'm not going to do it. I will advertise things that I know the way that I know them to be, that I experienced in my life. So ridiculous. But into perpetuity. What does that mean? Like, seriously, think about it. If these people do that and they do the commercials, nothing wrong with making money, but you do the commercials like that, that's fine. But what happens, like, if you die in 2 years and your YouTube channel's taken down? Do they sue your husband or wife or whatever? Yeah, they own you. I told them, I said, yeah, I don't want to fucking whatever. Anyway, and I want my freedom too. So either you guys do whatever and I get my freedom, or I have to sit here and be a pitch person on my YouTube videos just because. Why do I have to be a pitch person? I don't want to be. I don't want to be. Anyway, yeah. So it's just ridiculous. It's just ridiculous. Wait, what did you say about stripper shows? Hold on. I've got to go back here. Wait. It's how they stole the rights to Chippendale stripper shows. Exactly, into fucking perpetuity. The fuck? Excuse me, please give me the definition of perpetuity. What does that mean? What does that mean? You don't own shit from me. So you don't like what I'm doing, you don't own shit. It's ridiculous. Yeah, it's stupid. So it's just stupid. Yeah, I think you can. I have signed contracts into perpetuity. I have signed them when I was younger. And it was actually John that pointed it out because his mind is meticulous when it comes to legal stuff. He literally said to me, you do understand if they own that into perpetuity, they can suddenly change the product into infinity. Exactly. They can suddenly change the product. They can do whatever they want with your name. They can do this. That is why Prince became known as the musician formerly known as Prince with the symbol, because they took his name. Michael Jackson's family does not own his website. Sony Pictures owns michaeljackson.com, okay? That's why in every contract before Keith passed, up until probably 2014, they were saying, well, we want a part of you have to take your website down. We have to do this. And let me tell you about a psychic store. Let me tell you, you just got me going fucking crazy here. So when me and Deanna met, we met while we were working. We shared office space in a psychic store, okay? Long time ago. Now, my first experience with this particular psychic store was, how old was Jason? Was 1. Anyway, I was not working there. This woman who ran the store, her and her whatever, older sugar daddy, whatever, this woman that owned the store, she was petitioning in Burbank, California. And she did a thing. Now understand, Burbank is a different city, different district than Los Angeles, etc. Los Angeles is vast and huge, and it's all over the place, right? And then you've got Pasadena, you have Orange County. These are all different districts. Anyway, she went to court in Burbank, and she said, no, it's the Green Man store is new. No, this is 20. Sorry, I feel like spit. I'm just like, I've lost all my etiquette apparently. And no, this is, Jason was 1, he'll be 30. So this is like 29 years ago. Anyway, she ran a store. I did not work in her store at that particular time. She ran a store and she went to Burbank City Council and said, because she wanted to be the contractor of all the psychics, like a pimp, okay? So she said, unless you work at her store, if you're a psychic working out of your home, if you're a psychic working, I don't know, at another store, if you work at a dinner club, whatever, that you had to pay $1,500 a year for your psychic license. If you went to LA, it was $60, 60, as opposed to $1,500. She tried to get it passed. I picketed outside the court when she did this, okay, for that reason. Having said that, then people working in her store are not going to pay the $1,500, so they pay the $60 and call themselves hypnotherapists. Anyway, long story short, what the hell was my point with the story working in this? Oh yeah, long story short, years later, after Jimmy passes away, I don't want people in my house. I can't keep it clean. I'm having nervous breakdowns. I got 2 little kids. So I go to rent office space at that particular shop in a different city, okay? So that's where I meet Deanna. And I'm talking like over 25 years ago. So Deanna and I meet. Anyway, when you work at this store and you're supposed to be an independent contractor, so you're either on a day shift or a night shift, the people come to speak to you. You have to pay your own taxes, right? You have to do all of that. If you had your own website, listen to this shit. This is why I got fired. I lasted there under a year, and this is why I got fired twice. I got fired fucking twice, okay? Twice. And I got called all kinds of names, like evil and all kinds of shit. Meanwhile, they wanted, when you're your own thing. You have to pay your own taxes. She's saying you're your own, independent contractor. So I'm booked solid. Deanna's booked solid. I'm booked solid. Like I'm literally booked solid. I'm doing double shifts. I'm booked solid. So I'm a huge moneymaker for this bitch because I'm paying my rent like a hairdressing thing. Anyway, if you do a TV show, she wanted a cut. Now, I was already doing TV before I met this bitch, right? Thank you. Thanks for the super chat, every single one of you, and the generous ones, and the just every single super chat. Thank you so much. So anyway, she wanted a cut of any TV show you did. Now, I'd already been doing TV since I'm 15. So from 15 to I had Keithy 30, I've been on TV. I never met this woman when I was on TV. Why the fuck do I owe you money for me going on TV? Thank you for the super chat. Thank you so much. Why do I owe you fucking money? Okay. Then she says, you can't have your own website. Why? Because you own my ability, you stupid, ugly Pomeranian face. Anyway, she looked like a Pomeranian, like this, a really high strung Pomeranian. And that's all I'm going to say. I got fired for that because I did a VH1 show and I got fired. I got fired for that, but it was a good thing. So I'm like, okay, fine. But that was what they wanted. They wanted you. She wanted to get a cut of everything you did as a psychic because she felt like she owned you. That shit has to stop. Like that, yeah, it's just disgusting. Like, no, I kept saying, you don't owe me on TV. I was already known for my shit on TV before I ever met you. So you need to just back off. And since I'm an independent contractor and she fucking, yeah, they want you, they want everything. They try to attach and attach and attach. It's not going to work. It will never work because you can't do it. You cannot harness people's stuff. You don't own them. You don't need an agent. You don't need a manager anymore. You can do what you're doing and you'll get known if you're supposed to get known. So it's really interesting. I love Poms, lost mine in, oh, Pomeranians. Yeah, but she looked like an insane Pomeranian and she's a person, okay? So her hair was the color of a Pomeranian. If you know, you know. I'm not going to say the name of the store, but I'm not going to say the name of the store because I really don't even want her focus. But I have in the past signed contracts to, into perpetuity. And I will never do it again. I will never do it again into perpetuity, ever. If you put that word, you can just go away. Just go away because there's something wrong with your thinking that you have a lawyer that wrote that because it's ridiculous. Just fucking ridiculous, okay? Just stupid. So anyway, she tried everything like that too. Like the psychics working in the store couldn't have I already had my own website. I'm always going to have my own website. I'm not taking it down for you and you can fire me. And she did fire me on New Year's Eve. She did fire me. She fired me around the holidays when I had 2 little kids, needed the money, and she did it. But it didn't stop me. I just brought my business back into my house like I had before I ever worked in there. So, but what I'm saying is being a psychic hurts your invisible parts. I guess it could. Yeah, exactly. No, nothing should be that way. Nothing should be that way. But anyway, well, this is a funny story. I was talking to John about this one night. When the kids were little, maybe Jason was in 9th grade. Keithy would have been in 6th grade, I guess. 3 years apart. Anyway, we were at Office Depot in Burbank and we were coming down, we were parked, and I saw her coming from the parking lot, but across there. And I'm like, everybody duck, get behind the car. And they're like, why? I'm like, get down. I don't want her to lay eyes on me. I did not want this woman to lay eyes on me. So that's what I did. That's literally what I did. I ducked down. I'm like, I'm not going. I'm not going there. I'm not doing that. No. You're not laying eyes on me with your wicked little mind. No. So I had to hide behind the car and they're all just like, what are we doing? So there you go. Exactly. There you go. So that's how that was. I'm like, no. If I see somebody that I don't want them to lay eyes on me, I will duck behind cars. I will hide. But that was like when the kids were in school. And so that was it. Yeah. No, I did not want her to see because she's one of those, she's evil, she's an evil person. So, I mean, because why are you taking the essence? You don't own me. I give you money working in your office space, right? I give you money working. You should be nicer to the people that pay your rent. You don't have the talent. That's why you're not doing it. You can say you don't believe it, but you don't have the talent. So you don't have any skill except that you fucked a man that gave you a business and probably was laundering money and you run it. So good for you. But the people that run your business are the psychics because that's why everybody is going in there. It's like it's like a salon owner being mad at the hairdressers. Like, what are you talking about? Anyway, that was that. So, yeah, no one likes, yeah, I know. That's right. She didn't employ me. So you don't get to talk about my website. You don't get to talk about shit. So there you go. You don't get to talk about it. Anyway, that's exactly what happened. Me and Deanna got fired from there too. Everybody got fired like 3 or 4 times. But oh God, see hiccups now. I start to get anxiety. I'm now hiccuping. Oh, anyway, a lot of people got fired from there. So they were fired in and out, for working on the side, doing stuff, trying to make more money in their fucking life, right? I mean, please. Just stupid. Dumb. Men are in jail. Hesitant. Wait. He was real. Okay, I have no idea who you're talking about. George Floyd? No. Oh, you're talking about the psyop. Yeah, I don't know that he was real. He was somebody, all right, but I don't know what he was. Oh, hi, Marina. How are you? Oh my God, I got your text. I'm hiccuping and everything. I'm getting anxiety talking about where the place I used to work a long time ago. Anyway, I did get your text and I will respond. I've been out hiking, as you know, weekend hiking, holidays. But anyhow, yes, I know, must chat. I keep the media hound PR. I'm like, who's calling me cute? And then I'm like, oh, it's Marina. Yes. So anyway, the water is working. It is. Oh my God. Of course she did. She probably knew something, right? So yeah, they are. Well, first of all, why? Let's see, 15 an hour. Yeah. Well, no, you shouldn't. You should get paid a wage that you can live on. Why would anybody have to work 2 or 3 jobs? You should get paid a livable wage. Like that's obvious. You should be. Yeah, I was tired at 12 exactly. But it's kind of curious everything that they're doing. Why do they want to cover your air holes? Like when I see people walking on the street, how do I get rid of April 3rd X with the Cancer moon? Oh my God. Yeah. I don't know what to tell you about that. Having been through that myself, not with the Cancer moon, Taurus moon. I don't know how to tell you to get rid of that, except to say you have to set your boundaries. Anybody who's creeping up on you on the astral level, it's a boundary issue. So you actually have to tell, when you pick up on their energy coming into your space, you have to tell them, you have to say, get out of my fucking energy, get out of my energy. You have to say, get out of my energy. And you have to continually do it. But you can't cut because you have to figure out, oh, the node's changing. Yeah, Taurus and Scorpio. Absolutely. That's foundational. Traditional foundation, how you think. I'll tell you. Oh, God, now I'm switching topics again. Anyway, Taurus is traditional foundation, how you think, and Scorpio is the undercurrent of what is hidden. So the manipulations around you or the things that go, that life, death, sex, and taxes. So the nodes are going into that. Of course, they're going to affect Taurus and Scorpio. But getting back to people who creep up on you in the astral and fuck with your energy because they want you to call them or they want you to go back with them, here's what you do. You literally have to set your boundaries. You have to continue to set your boundaries. If you do not set your boundaries, they will continue to win. So you have to say when you feel their name, I don't fucking want to talk to you, go. So you have to say that. Say the name is Peter. Peter, get out. That's what you say. So that's exactly what you say to them. You say, get out. So you have to do that. You have to continually set boundaries. I scream in my sleep. I'm like, get out. So if I wake up and I can remember it, I'm like, get out. In the morning, if they come into my space in my dream and I remember, and then I wake up in the morning and I remember, I'm like, you know what? So-and-so, get the fuck out of my dream. Don't bug me, you skank. Out you go. And I do that. That's what I do. That's what I do. Yeah, so there's that. Oh my God. Anyway, wait, any news? I've got no news. When is Pluto return? It's right now, February. We're coming up on it in the next, I think it's February 22nd, on point, I believe. But it's going to last. Understand the Pluto return is the beginning of the shakedown of the entire United States of America. It's the Sodom and Gomorrah. It's the takedown, the fall of the Roman Empire. That's what it is. It is the takedown of America, and that's what happens. Any thoughts about Rosie O'Donnell? I don't even know anything about her right now. I mean, you know, what can I tell you? She was Madonna's lover, which is horrifying in and of itself. So I don't know what to say. It's the beginning of the end. Yes, it is, James. It is the beginning of the end. And we're heading into it. But what you need to do, in my opinion, is to literally, anytime somebody says something to you that's egregious to your, just to your being, let them know. Let them know. If it's egregious, let them know. Connect to the Christ consciousness, the God source, and let them know. Do not let them tell you. Just keep saying, I'm sorry, I forgot my mask. And when they scream at you, say, do you have to scream at me? Like matter-of-factly, where they can't hook into your energy. That's all you have to do. I don't know about Joe Rogan. As I said, somebody sent me a picture. Oh, Tony Robbins. He's got to be something. He looks, I can't. His face looks really weird, or it's hair. He's got a big giant head. I don't know what to say. Maybe he's a Nephilim giant, and I just don't know. He could be. Well, God's energy is to stay out of fear. It's to trust and to have faith. That's very hard to do. But when you realize we're not here to make money around the clock, we're not here to be famous, we're not here to do any of that. We're here actually as children of God, and we all have a mission during this war. So we have a mission. Even if you walk to the corner store and you help somebody and you see them, you actually have a mission. They've got us sidetracked with, I want to be famous. I want to be a basketball player. I want to go to Harvard. Bullshit. I want to be in this school. I want to do this. Look at me. Look at how special my kid is. They went over there. Doesn't matter. We have a purpose, and it's more of a God-centered purpose than anything. And I'm realizing that in my 50s. I was no better when I was younger. I wanted to be something. I wanted to be, you know, seen. I wanted whatever, attention. I wanted these things. This is what I wanted to do. Oh, name without karma for myself. Well, okay, first, that's a good question. I will answer that. Thank you for the super chat. When you freeze the energy of somebody who is bothering you, here's how I want you to look at it. If you were playing in Toronto and it's snowing, right? And it's snowing outside, and someone throws an ice ball at your face and you're running in your house, you're allowed to shut the front door. You're allowed to shut the front door and block that person from hurting you. You are allowed to set a boundary up against you being hurt, right? And to protect yourself. So when you freeze the energy energetically, somebody is being offensive to you, throwing an ice ball with their words, with their actions. What are they doing to you? So you are freezing their energy to block them from opening your front door and throwing the ice ball at your face. You are putting them on ice. You are not killing them. You are not wishing them harm. You are blocking them from bugging you. In other words, if you have somebody that's like this and you freeze their energy, then you're stopping them from calling you 5 times a day, and you are stopping them from harassing you. That's all. That's all. That's all you are doing. You are stopping them from harassing you. You're not wishing them ill. You're freezing them from bugging you. Stop bugging me. I block you from coming into my energy. That's all freezing is. Black magic is very real. Don't ever kid yourself. The government's using it on everybody. These people driving with masks on, they're part of that. So that's actually how you do that. So you're not doing anything, and you can block them with God's love. You're like, I'm just freezing this person's energy so they don't bug the fuck out of me. And what's wrong with that? You would shut your door if someone was chasing you through your front door. You would shut the door. If some guy started chasing you going, I just want to kiss you, I just want to kiss you, you'd be like, and you'd shut your door. That's what you're doing. You're shutting your energetic door. That's it. Write their name on a piece of paper, Joe Smith. Take a plastic bag. That's what I do, a little sandwich baggie. I fill it up with water. I used to put them in ice cube trays. That really bothered Keith because he did not want to put the ice cubes in his drink with people's names. But anyway, put Joe Smith on the paper, put it in the ice bag, put the water, freeze it in the back of your freezer. and then pray to God, ask for help, protection. But this blocks their energy. So it's like a door from your energy so they can't come through to your energy. You have a right to protect your energy. You have a right. That's what you have a right to do. Thought about healthcare. Thoughts about healthcare. I don't know what you want me to say. Take care of your health. Like take it. They have you where you don't take care of your health. Take care of your health. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with protecting yourself. You're not saying I'm going to stab them because they're energy. You're saying do this, right? So that's what you're doing. That's all you're doing is blocking your energy so they cannot come to you. And you have a right to do it. You shut your front door unless you leave it open at night. Do you leave it open at night? I don't know. If you do, let's see. Yeah, keep your immune system up. Don't go to the doctor unless you have to go to the doctor or you want to go to the doctor. No, black magic. Just, oh my God, I can't describe my oils right now. I can't tell, wait, I can't tell the spirits what to do. No, you can't tell the spirits what to do, but you can ask for protection from God. And when you're asking for that and you say prayers, you do it for 21 days in a row or a month and then you build up your armor, you build up your strength. So that's what you do. That's what you do. Be your own, yeah, be your own hypnotist. Absolutely. Do all kinds of things. Take care of yourself. Don't drink, don't smoke, don't do drugs. That's what they want you to do. They want to fuck with you, okay? They want to fuck with you. They want you on drugs. That's why weed is legal. Kids think they're so smart. I'm smoking weed. Yeah, you're fucking smart, all right? The government wants you to do that. That's what they want you to do. So thank you for that. Thank you for the super chat. That's what they want you to do because then it's easier to take you over and you're lazy and you won't fight them and you think it's someone else's problem. The meth outbreak. Meth is a demon portal right out of the bat, okay? Meth is horrible. The demons come in, okay? The demons come in and boom. They want you addicted to sugar. Once you're addicted to sugar, you're on the pharmaceutical diet. Got to go to the doctor, got diabetes, then you end up on the kidney machine, the dialysis, you know, all of that. That's what they do. They even got you in hospitals giving birth because they believe that women are too dumb to give birth for themselves. It's like, whatever. Yeah, I was a member of AFTRA. Absolutely. I was. I haven't paid my dues in years. So to answer your question, I'm not a member of AFTRA anymore. But yeah, I was a member back in the day. I stopped paying. So I guess I've been kicked out. Once you don't pay your dues, you're not really a member. You were a member, but you're not a member. So yes, I was a member, but it doesn't matter. A lot of people are members and they don't get anywhere. I never got anywhere. I did mediocre TV, like, you know, a little bit, but not a lot. So meth is a portal. It opens you right up. Meth is a portal. It's very bad. So when you do these things and you think you're smart, you're really doing what they want you to do. The government, the Bushes and the cocaine, again, every neighborhood where there are brown-skinned people, they open up liquor stores on every corner. They open up 7-Elevens and they feed sugar, shitty vegetables, alcohol, and cigarettes. Get everybody addicted to that shit. I heard that ice is the new heroin. Yeah, that's exactly what they do. You know, whatever. Okay. Being overweight is a portal, pushes your energy outside, all of that, any kind of addiction. So when you realize the government doesn't, I mean, literally, you really can't think that the drugs coming in from China through Central America are coming in random, that we don't let them in. We're letting them in. The border's open. So thank you so much, Mr. President. We love it that the fentanyl is way out of control. Why is fentanyl a thing? Why is fentanyl a thing? Right? They put people in jail for the rest of their lives for 3 stealing charges. Yet if you rape a baby, you're out in 7. So it's just terrible. Yeah, I believe drugs are dangerous, including weed. I know you weed smokers think it's okay, but you're opening yourself up. And if you're doing it every day of your life, then it becomes a problem. Yeah, okay, I know. Well, I don't even know what to say about the masks in the car. Wean yourself off of the Ambien. The Ambien is a hypnotic. I know people that would go to get Slurpees in the middle of the night on Ambien, drive cars. It's a hypnotic. You're not really asleep. You're in a hypnotic form, much like sleepwalking. So wean yourself off a half a pill at a time. Do that for 4 months. Cut your dose of 3 Ambien down to 2.5 Ambiens for, you know, a couple of weeks. then cut it down again, wean yourself off. That's how you would do it. Wean yourself off till you don't need it anymore. Does weed really help with anxiety? I wouldn't know. I don't smoke weed. I'm not a fan of weed because the government made it legal. So I know that they want you doing it and there's chemicals sprayed on the weed. If you grow your own weed in your backyard, I suppose it's fine. So as soon as the government legalizes it, I'm like, Ambien is a hypnotic. It's not a sleeping pill. It's called a hypnotic. Its drug category is a hypnotic. Do you take asthma inhalers? No, I don't. That's speed. I did when I was younger, but as I tell you, what did my doctor tell me when I was 12 years old and I had an inhaler? He said, in order to get rid of your asthma, which was predominantly anxiety from my fucked up childhood, and then when I married my first husband, I had it. When I divorced him, I got rid of it. Okay, so there you go. Anyway, my doctor, when I was 12, told me when I was running the cross country, don't take your inhaler, get your lungs strong. So that's why I run every day. My lungs are strong. You can actually outgrow your asthma. Obviously, if you take your inhaler, if you do, I don't need to anymore. So I really don't need to. Yeah, tinnitus. I don't know how to get rid of that. That's a tough one. And I'm convinced they do something with the frequencies and it affects certain people. That I don't know how to do. Aw, thank you so much for that. Thank you so much. Lungs and asthma. Yeah, symbolic for freedom. I had to get out of my childhood. I freed myself. First marriage, I freed myself. So thank you for the super chats, everybody. Thank you so much. But remember that when I don't take inhalers now, and I mean, if I got pneumonia, I might. I haven't had pneumonia since 2013. So I haven't had severe pneumonia since then. I used to get it all the time, but I keep my lungs strong as best I can. But you're going to get sick in life. No one guarantees you not to get sick. No one guarantees you that. People are under a misconception. I don't want to get sick. You're going to get sick. Who says you're going to die? Why y'all jumping to the worst conclusion? Right? Yes, Edgar Casey may have a remedy. Exactly. Herbal tea is good. But once you're addicted, yeah, crack for a while. Yeah, that's one thing. But as long as you stopped, it's okay. We all do stupid shit all the time, right? We do stupid shit. Every single one of us. We've done stuff and we've addicted to things and we've eaten things and we've done all kinds of stuff. But yeah, no, I know you weren't addicted. You were in a dark place. And I've thought of doing crack a lot. I thought, wow, this will keep me up and it'll be fun, but it's not fun. So I don't do it. It was a joke always with my kids because he used to piss me off so bad. I'm like, how would you like your mother on a bunch of crack, shooting up in an alleyway? How would that be for you, kids? Anyway, when they were older, I would say that because they just tortured me at one point. But yeah, when you understand what drugs does and how it opens the body, it becomes a huge problem. So you're not able to deal with it. My chair reminds you of Grover. They're fuzzy chairs, but I put them on there for the kitty. That's what I do. Anyway, when you're whatever happened to you at 20 that was an emotional thing. But here's what you have to understand. Whatever drugs mushrooms, if you think they open your mind, but don't you think you can get there without taking substances to be spiritual, like ayahuasca, doorway into demon portals? Like they do this. Why do you think people fall for that? Because they can't connect spiritually and they're drug addicts by nature, so they just go do more drugs. I mean, it's fine. You can do whatever you want. If you think it's opening your mind, that's fine. But in the long run, if it opens your mind and it throws you out of your body under, false pretenses, well, then what comes into your body? What do you really know? It's debatable at times, right? So anyway, when you're on something like 3 Ambiens, just cut it in half or cut it in 4s, cut one out every several weeks. Don't force yourself to quit cold turkey. Just do it that way. I'm never doing ayahuasca because I don't believe it. Okay. So when I see, people pushing it for money, and I'm not talking if it's your spiritual belief, I'm talking like people like me, and then sort of like, oh, I did ayahuasca, and it, well, you're not going to be any more psychic or whatever. You already were, and now you just opened yourself up. So whatever. Good for you. I just don't trust it. That's me. That's me. I'm not going to do it. I don't need to do it. I can get where I'm going if I want to. Yeah, I did mushrooms when I was younger, right? I did mushrooms when I was younger, and I will do them again. I'm lucky I'm here after the mushroom experience. So there's that. All right, you guys, I am literally crashing because I am tired today. Let's see. Yeah, it's good. It's push mainstream. You know, when it's mainstream that, yeah, you're just going into the astral realm and you don't even know if they're truthful. They play a lot of, yes, this is my hiking green nail polish to match the moss out on the side of the thing. I astral project sober. So do I. Always have as a kid. So is Jason. Always. I always have. So, I mean, it's in your genetic, it's in the lineage of your energy, which is your, the way that you're born, I guess, genetically, your DNA, but it's in your energetic lineage. You either can or you can't. Unless you have a near-death experience or something that pushes your lineage in somewhat of a different direction. That's how I would say. All right, you guys, thank you again for all of your generous super chats and everything you do and the support, and I appreciate it. And thank you guys. Bye, you guys. And if I'm doing your charts, I'm behind, but I'm doing them. So I'm just catching up. Don't be mad. I am there. And if I haven't sent you something, please email me because I probably forgot because I can't remember and I don't know why I can't remember. Okay, you guys. Peace out. Bye.